Hello everyone, I am Starman. Welcome to my channel. The topic prepared for you today is to see if it is necessary to contact the person you want in your heart again. Today, as usual, I have prepared 3 sets of cards for everyone. They are arranged left to right in front of me. Number 1 plate group, second placard seat, and our third placard seat. Please everyone relax first. Are you thinking about whether it's necessary to contact him again on the topic you are thinking about today, and then choose a topic from the deck that you feel strongly about? Friends who need more time can pause the video and take their time to make a choice. Once you've decided, you can start again. Okay, if everyone is ready, then we will start with the first group. First of all, let's take a look at the face of the number 1 brand. Niways Tarot 8, Niways Tarot 1, Niways Justice card, Zhouwei's New Pen, 8, Shenbei. Reverse Kimasma, Harvest Hanawa, Reverse King of Cups, Reverse Stone of Cups, and the Staff Stone. Everyone, that is our first card set. I thought of this deck of cards. Actually, the time between you and the object in your mind seems to be relatively short. We can see that there was a Niways Scepter 8 and a Niways Scepter on the face of the card. I think the end of your relationship was rather quick, like a rash decision to break up. The reason for your breakup is that the other person might not be able to provide a certain sense of security for you. In relationships, you actually care a lot about how much concern the other person can give you. How much time are you willing to spend on yourself? Therefore, you will become more sensitive in feelings. That is, you will constantly pay attention to the other's opinions, every move, and then you will think wildly. The other party is actually a person with a strong career mindset, and he is also in a very busy state. So he will spend more time on his work during this period. If you haven't had effective communication for a long time and haven't had a good heart-to-heart talk, it actually causes a lot of your words and actions to be misunderstood by the other party. His impatience will become more evident regarding your suspicions. He would feel that you often make a fuss about nothing, and your complaints about him are increasing because you feel his attitude towards you is it's not good. So it leads to your constant developments. Constant quarrels have led to mutual hurts, even though we just discussed that you might have impulsively broken up. But there have been many arguments between you two already. So invisibly, your relationship has already been on the verge of breaking up. From the ranking section, the possibility of you two reconciling is rather less, and it is also not recommended to break up with the other party again. Because of the Western feeling, he actually limits his condition to you. He is just like in the ranking. Like Zhang Wei's Shangfei Temple, even if you actively contact him now, he may also choose to turn a blind eye. Because at this stage, he actually does not want to reconcile with you. He already feels about this relationship. I'm disappointed, he actually doesn't have much for you. And also, the identity of Niwei has been explained by Wang Ji. He now has shifted his attention to others, so he might not have much time to consider emotional issues at the moment. On the other hand, actually, other colleagues have appeared around him. So he is now more likely to use such methods to get you. His current idea is to slowly emerge from the transition with you. In fact, he wants to slowly get out of the tunnel. This is also because the emotional foundation of both parties is weak and can't withstand the test of honey. So this is why you might part ways at any time, no matter how much you're reluctant to let go of this soft relation. I hope everyone can face it rationally and have a broader perspective. Don't over-immerse yourself in this relationship. Don't push yourself too hard. If you want to know more about this topic, or if you have many questions about your emotional life, if you are confused and want to know what to do next, you can have a new internet chat to get a more comprehensive and targeted new internet. Let the hope for a longer distance situation give you more comprehensive and targeted suggestions and practices. Now let's look at the second plate group. Okay, let's first have a look at the cards of the second deck. Authentic Sour Sauce Wine.
Eliminate for new prejudices.
Holy Grail Times. Holy Grail 6. 9 of Wisdom Cups. Center Magician card, Sword 6 of Niewei, and Center Strength card. That is our second card set. Hopefully, if you choose this group of friends, your relationship has actually been through a long time. During this period, the two people's coming and going were also unique. Well, now both sides are back in the Cold War. You probably haven't contacted the other side for several days, so your mood is quite troubled. So on one hand, you are somewhat disappointed in him. Maybe all along, the things he did, whether it's work, life, or his attitude towards you, didn't meet your expectations. On the other hand, it's because this relationship has really been through a lot. Although there are many unpleasantness between you, there are also many good times between the two. So you would feel a lot of reluctance and emotions. How is he feeling right now? From the perspective of the cards, he is actually still in pain. His feelings for you are deeper than you think. It's just that this object also belongs to that kind. He is a bit introverted and not good at expressing himself. And his performance at work isn't really good. He seems rather mediocre, which makes him feel somewhat inferior in your presence. He may be quite obedient towards you. So your relationship with him leans more towards you being more dominant. The control might be more on your side. The other party's intentions for you are actually quite sincere, even if it may not seem like he's done anything on the surface. And even in times when it seems like both parties disagree, they will argue with you, but actually he is constantly adjusting in his heart. And he is also very afraid that you will be disappointed in him. He hopes to be a better person in your eyes. But the singing might indeed have a lot of shortcomings, so he might feel like he's not good enough for you. Do you need to communicate again? Actually, I think it's necessary because your relationship isn't as cruel as you imagine. So you and him actually still love each other. But you may indeed have a lot of unwillingness in your heart. You may hope that your object is much better than you, but your feelings between him are indeed deeper and longer. So in your heart, there will be a lot of contradictions. You know that you can actually find a better object, but in terms of feelings, it may not be what you like, or you could say that it may not be love because the other person's feelings for you may not be that deep. So you're saying in your heart, the gap between your partner and the light is quite significant, so subconsciously you may want to change this state. In the end, the argument between you two is because of this contradiction. So here I suggest everyone, if you still hope to maintain this relationship, you may need to face your mentality as much as possible, then make an adjustment. Sometimes you can give the other party some encouragement. In fact, the other party is still working hard. I hope everyone can have a complete communication.
Let's not go our separate ways for now.
The knot in your heart might be untied after such a conversation, not only solving this time's Cold War issue between you two. A situation, your feelings will also usher in a new sublimation. Do you want to know more about this topic? Or if you encounter other problems in your emotional life and want to know what to do next, you can come and chat with Xian Wang and let Xian Wang give you more comprehensive and targeted advice. Let's take a look at the third set of cards in the end. Alright, let's first take another look at the cards of the number 3 deck. For the sake of the seven Holy Grails, you are for the Tower card. For the sake of the Four of Coins, you are for the Justice card. For the sake of the Moon card, you are for the Four of Coins. First, the Wheel of Destiny and your summons. Alright, onto our third board group. I hope to think that actually from this group ranking, the two of you care about each other, but you may always hope that both of you should, you hope that your relationship can develop in a good way, and you hope that your emotions can get better and better. So you will keep giving to the other person in this process. Huge pressure, even though you have paid for this relationship. There are many differences between you, perhaps in age or in personality. One side seems to lean towards you a bit more, which might make you more impatient. You might want to make your choice in this relationship more certain. Confirm the other's idea and then determine the relationship between the two. You keep asking for an answer, but the other person is more casual in their feelings and tends to take things as they come. He won't determine the long-term plan at this stage. He enjoys the situation that naturally occurs between the two parties and will not insist on acting according to the plan, so it is easy for both parties to generate. But the attraction between you is indeed quite strong. Even though many friends may think you are in a state of exercise, both sides are still missing each other. In fact, it's really hard for you to let go of what you say to the other party, and you are still quite obsessed with the subject. Even though there might be a lot of noise around you, to give up this relationship would seem like this person is not very suitable for you, and you might think this person may not be mature enough, and you worry about the impact you may receive in this relationship. Yet you still can't forget about the other person. You still can't let him go. So deep down, you are still hoping to reconcile with him. Given the situation, is it necessary to make contact with each other again? From the customer's point of view, both of you are in a very passive state now. In fact, the other party also has certain ideas in his heart. That is, he will start to consider what he should do next. He still hopes to cooperate with you. So there is a certain chance in your relationship, and there is a larger possibility that the other person will come back to contact you, want to come back to you. So both of you actually have some dominance. Both of you have a strong sense of self-esteem. So although you have feelings and miss each other, you still don't want to lose face. So it leads to him still using a kind of cold treatment now. But those who think of this group of cards, actually, I hope you all don't worry too much. The fate between you exists, and there might also be some misunderstandings between you. But this misunderstanding can be eliminated in a period of time, and a rather good change can be ushered in. Although when you two are together, you might often have quarrels and make noises. But once you're both living alone, you actually start to miss each other. So I hope you can be patient with this relationship. You still need to experience more together. So blessing to friends who think of this group. If you all want to know more about this topic, have other questions about your emotional life, and want to know what to do next, you can come to Xinwang to chat, and Xinwang can give you more comprehensive and targeted advice and suggestions. That's all for today's topic. I hope it was helpful. Thank you very much for your support. See you in the next video. Bye bye.